Alright guys, welcome back to some Sherlock Holmes. So we're still in the first case. We're right back where we left off, you know. I gotta say, I had a lot of fun last episode. I've been like itching to play this game again. So there's a little, we're pretty close to solving this murder. I just didn't want to get to a conclusion too early. So we're gonna go over here and call him and see if we can get him to find the crew or something so we can talk to him.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, I need you to track down certain people for me. I'll give you a list. You can read, can't you?
Big Oliver from our gang. He can, because his father is the coachman of a famous lawyer.
Fascinating. Here is the list of sailors.
Sailors? Easy. Just got to look where the rum and the red lights are.
Sorry to trouble you, Mr. Holmes, but the inspector asks that you come to the station as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'll be there shortly.
Alright, so we'll go talk to Lestrade since there's some new facts. Why we wait for Wiggins to uncover some, or to find the crew. Because that's what we said we would do. Yeah, I just didn't want to do it too early. I wanted to make sure to do the right thing and find the murderer. Because I am very much on the fence on if this guy's the murderer or not. So we'll have to see, but I really don't know if he's the murderer or not.
Mr.
Really
Holmes, I'm glad to see you.
About it.
As always, what happened?
We have a new suspect, Liam Hurtley. I'm thinking that this case will be resolved very quickly now.
Interesting. Pray tell.
Well, the constable that I left at Woodman's Lee noticed a suspicious individual prowling around during the night.
Do you have him here?
Yes. He refuses to speak with us, but we'll make him talk.
Let us hope so.
Ah, yes, and one more thing. The constable told me that at the time of his arrest, the fellow was writing a letter.
Do you have it?
Of course. It's in the evidence room, at your disposal. Admit that for once, Mr. Holmes, Scotland Yard is a step ahead of you, eh?
Breathtaking.
Alright, let's go look at it. I like being able to swap from first person to third person. So this is the
These are the suspect's belongings.
boots. We'll have to see if those
Liam
boots fit.
Hurtley's old boots. They're a size 9.5.
That sounds like that would fit. Stained leather.
The stains are fresh. They can be removed with the proper chemicals.
And then there's a pen.
Pen.
Here.
Nothing unusual about it.
Okay. We looked at all his stuff. I think his boots will fit in those tracks. It is covered almost completely in ink stains. Perform an analysis, which I think we can do back at our house. Let's go interrogate him. Is there a different interrogation room, or is he just in the same room?
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
Alright.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I would like to ask you a few questions.
I've already told the police that I've nothing to say. And you're not even part of the police.
Precisely, and considering your situation, it might be wise to speak with someone who is, shall we say, rather more neutral. You are a suspect in a murder case.
I know. Inspector Lestrade told me. It's ridiculous.
Could you at least tell me who you are, and exactly what happened that you should be brought here?
My name is Liam Hurtley. That I can tell you. But you're not getting any more than that.
Alright, I'm gonna
Well,
have to just...
we shall see.
I'm gonna have to take a look at you. so... Old scar? I don't see a scar there. Oh yeah, I do. Oh, right there. Handkerchief with crested tit. Plant remains. Gardener's hands. So he's the gardener. Well,
That's all for now.
okay, so if he's the gardener, then it makes sense. Let's see. So we should be able to deduct that now. No gardener. Apparently not. So, okay, let's go to Woodman's Lee. Because those boots, if I'm correct, those boots will fit in that gap. So, that much is for sure. I would assume that his boots are going to fit there. But if he is the gardener, then it makes sense for it to be his footprints.
These boots match the footprints exactly.
Okay. That's not a surprise. That is to be expected. Hunley's footprints, no gardener. Those go together. So right here. Unexplained presence. Liam Hurtley's boots match the footprints at Woodman's Lee's, thus proving that he was there. Carrie denies that he was their gardener. Oh yeah. She said that they didn't have a gardener. Forgot about that. Okay. Maybe I can talk to her about that actually, about him. See if she knows who he is. That might be a stretch, because I don't think this game goes that far into stuff. But, oh no.
Does the name Liam Hurtley mean anything to you?
No, I don't know anyone by that name.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Alright, so now we're gonna go back to our place. It says that there's dialogue tied to it, but I just talked to her about it. I don't know who I would talk to about it because maybe Nelligan. Nelligan might know something. Let's go to Baker Street so we can analyze the note. Because that could give us a reason to talk to Hurley again. And maybe Wiggins has found the rest of the crew. Our analysis table is, I think, this thing. Yeah. So we gotta recover his...
I need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable of removing fresh ink. For this purpose, the chemicals from the flasks should be combined in a certain order to perform a chain reaction. First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
So it goes blue first. Blue first, okay. Orange has to be third. What?
First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
Orange should be the third after blue. But it says down there that blue goes first. Or no, two things go. Oh, put back. Two things can go in between orange and blue. Blue goes first. I don't know. I'm just gonna guess the first time. And if it doesn't work, I won't be surprised. Oh shit. The orange was supposed to be third. I fucked up already. That's fine. Clear. And then I'm just gonna do orange again and then clear. But I did fuck up. So this won't work. And what do you know?
Done. Now I can proceed further.
Oh. I did do right.
Let us see if the content of this letter sheds a little light upon the mystery.
Huh. I did it right the first time. Oh yeah.
I did as you asked and hid them well. Interesting. How would Hurtley react to this?
Did as you asked and hit them well. I beg you to... Interesting. So I think maybe he took the box. Because I'm pretty sure the other guy didn't take the box. I think he said that. He said that the box was already missing when he got there or whatever. I think. I don't remember fully, but I'm like 90% sure he said the box was missing when he got there. So that makes sense on why it's hidden. Is what's his face in here? No, no one's in here. Where's the other guy? Nelligan? No, I'll just talk to him.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what were you doing at Woodman's Lee?
Woodman's Lee? I've never been there.
Here you have.
The second pair of boots that you had with you when you were arrested perfectly match the footprints found near the cabin where Peter Carey was murdered.
Footprints? That's your proof? How many men have boots like mine? That doesn't make me a murderer.
Never said it did.
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
Because you are the gardener at Woodman's Lee.
I'm not. How did you...
I observed your hands. They told me that you work with the earth. Small fragments of plants snagged to your trousers indicate that you were mowing very recently. But the most obvious clue presented itself in the bird embroidered on your handkerchief. A crested tit, if I'm not mistaken.
The wife had hit the
All
gardener.
right, you got me. Yes, I am a gardener, and I went there to get my tools.
So the wife lied to
So
us.
tell me, Mr. Hurtley,
about
what did you
both
hide?
things, his name and the fact that he was
Hide?
a gardener.
What are you talking about?
Letter.
I did as you asked and hid them well. Should I continue?
My letter? But the ink? That's impossible.
A touch of chemistry, nothing special.
Well, you're a smart one, but it's nothing. If you want to know, I was referring to my tools. It was to do with my work, see?
That's.
I will check that, Mr. Hurtley. That's all for now. Hurtley's stories are false leads, but now I know one thing for certain. I must examine the site where the garden tools are kept at Woodman's Lee.
That is true.
What am I doing here?
Okay, so we gotta go look at the tools. Maybe we even talk to the wife because she did lie to us. So I think this is the case of the wife having the gardener kill him. I don't know if it's so they can be together, or maybe I don't know, something. Because they both are lying about him ever being a gardener. So, some tools here. I wonder if I can talk to her about her being a lying piece of shit.
Locked.
Interesting. There's a mower right there. So the garden, or the tool shed, is locked. Very, very interesting. Alright. Let's go talk to the wife. She has some explaining to do.
Madam, we have information that the valuable stolen papers are hidden amongst the garden tools here at Woodman's Lee. We need to find them.
Oh my. Our tools are kept inside the shed that's right behind me. Here is the key to open it.
Thank you,
We're not
madam.
gonna talk to her about the fact that she lied about having a garden. Whatever.
Let's see what could be hidden here.
There's the papers.
Let us see what is in this box.
I have to fucking rotate the lock cylinders to form a complete line. Please note that some lines are deceptive. I want it to be a, what? Like a straight line across? I have no idea. Oh, that was easier than I thought it would be. Bunch of letters.
A bundle of letters in a woman's hand with the Carey family monogram. Hurtley and Mrs. Carey were in a relationship.
No,
That is interesting.
Liam, my dear, you have been so good to me all the time that I have known you. I cannot describe these feelings, but I suppose that they are sinful and no good can come from them. I fear what might happen. I fear going against God. I thank you for your care, but I cannot leave the man with whom I've been bound by God. It is his divine will, and thus my husband is the cross that I must bear. He makes my life a living hell, but bruises fade, and you must not worry for me. So, she killed him. Or she had the gardener kill him. Either way, we gotta talk to her about this.
Madam,
And that,
I am
mean,
aware of
now
your
makes sense on
affinity
why she was
with
lying.
Liam Hurtley.
Oh, what are you talking about?
You fucking had intercourse with him, you bitch.
Mrs. Carey, we found your letters.
My letters? I asked Liam to return them to me. I wanted to burn them.
Why did Mr. Hurtley put them inside the garden shed?
I don't know. I wanted them back, but I couldn't see him, not after what happened.
Well, here they are.
Oh, this is terrible.
Why would you give him back to her?
Terrible.
Those are evidence.
Liam, how could he? After what he has done.
You believe that he killed your
Crocodile
husband?
tears.
No, I do not know. I do not know. Leave me alone, please.
No, we should not leave her alone.
Thank
Those
you,
are
madam.
goddamn
I
crocodile
wonder if
tears.
Wiggins has managed to find any sailors.
Dude, it's
Leave me alone,
it's
please.
fucking crocodile tears. She's fucking lying. Boom. Desperate jealousy. Liam Hurtley loved Judith Carey so desperately that his jealousy could have provoked him into committing murder. Right here. Hurtley's motive. Liam Hurtley's relationship with Judith Carey gives him the motive for killing Peter Carey. Yes, it completely makes sense. They counteract with each other because he would have to be innocent for it to work. There we go. Hurtley is guilty. It has been confirmed that Liam Hurtley was flirting with Peter Carey's wife and even fell in love, but it didn't go beyond the affectionate but harmless letters or words. I don't know what to believe. I'm going to put it as he killed it, because in my mind that makes more sense than this. You know what I mean? This makes more sense to me than this, and 9 times out of 10, when a guy dies, it's usually because the wife, when he's murdered. Or at least it's like a super high percentage. Okay, so now we need to go back to Baker Street. But usually it's usually the wife who killed the husband. Most of the time, at least. But I don't know. I feel like I don't know, because she's super religious and all that. But those could easily be crocodile tears. So I don't know what to believe at the moment. I'm very conflicted. I want to say the crocodile tears though.
Mr. Holmes, we found the sailors from that list you gave us.
Well done, Wiggins. Let me see.
Hugh Pattinson, Sailor, James Lancaster, Helmsman, Patrick Cairns, Harpooner, Ralph Talbot, Sailor, John York Cook, he died a week ago.
This is interesting. Let us review the other sailors now. This is interesting. Let us review the other sailors now. This man is a harpooner, and his initials are PC, the same initials that were found on the tobacco pouch.
I thought it was interesting that the other
Wiggins,
guy with PC
could you
died a
gather
week
some
ago.
information on one of the sailors that you found? His name is Patrick Cairns.
Sometime later, it's because we have nothing else.
We
to
found
investigate.
Patrick Cairns.
Good job, Wiggins. Where is he?
He lives in a small furnished dump of a room, but he's always at the Sea Witch pub, where he does arm wrestles for money and drinks.
Excellent. Here is your reward. 2 guineas.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Wiggins. So, Patrick Cairns. Peter Carey's not a smoker. This brings us to another thing. Task check Patrick Cairns. If the pouch belongs to Patrick Cairns, it indicates his presence at the crime scene, but it still must be proven. So,
If I wish to speak to Cairns without alarming him, I had better dress as a sailor.
alright, I guess we're gonna dress up as a sailor. Wrong room. We gotta go. Oh, we don't have anything unlocked. I was like, we gotta go full disguise. I wanna get these other hats unlocked. I really don't like the top hat that much, to be honest with you. Sailor outfit.
Now I can approach Cairns. A map of London and the...
Sea Witch Pub. So yeah, I mean, that's really the only thing we can do now is look a little more into him. But right now, the wife and the gardener are making the most sense to me. So this is Mr. Patrick.
Hello there. Are you Cairns?
What do you want?
Damn, we got
We've heard all about the gambling on arm wrestling here. You seem like the likely sort, and I'm up for it.
I start at 10 shillings.
Suits me.
Push, restrain, idle. Suck my dick. Oh, he's pissed.
You were lucky. I wasn't focused. Let's go again.
I'm ready to try again.
Fine. If you want me to take all your money, no problem with
I
that.
beat you, but whatever. Sorry about that. Suck my dick. After doing it the first time, it's easier.
Well, good for you, I reckon. You're stronger than you look. Here's your 10 shillings.
I'd like to buy you a drink.
Good winner as well. That's good. Let's have a drink.
Cheers, mate.
You're a good type. Seems you've managed to settle down in life. You've got money, eh?
Not all that much.
Oh, well. At least you're not as poor as me.
Why do you say poor? You're not working?
I'm a harpooner. But you see, the whalers are rare. They don't pay much. So, as a result, find myself arm wrestling to pay for my drink.
A harpooner? Interesting. You've had a lot of adventures, I bet.
Ah, of course. It's been a dozen years since I've sailed. I've seen everything. Old Wallace, damn Black Peter, Great Roger, we sailed to the Cape of Good Hope.
I don't think he's the killer. There's just something about him. He doesn't seem like the killer. He has a gold earring, which means he's probably lying about the money thing. But I don't think he doesn't seem like a killer. Cheap clothes, but he's not lying about the gold earring. Strong hands. Yellow nails. And then tattoo. Sailor's tattoo. I think he's lying. I don't think he's the killer.
Black Peter, you say? I've heard rumors about that one.
He was the worst of them all. He was a liar and violent too. Swinging those fists of his around. He was a tyrant and not much of a captain. At least, not as good as Great Roger.
I see. Yes. I was told terrible tales about Black Peter.
But you ain't heard the worst.
Tell me, and let's have another drink.
It was in 1883 that it happened. The August of that year. Peter Carey was captain of the Sea Unicorn, and I was a spare harpooner. We were coming out of the ice pack on our way home. One evening, we saw a little craft that had been blown north. There was only one man on her, and he wasn't a sailor. The crew must have thought that she'd foundered, and they made for the Norwegian coast in a dinghy. I guess they all drowned. We took the man on board.
And who was he?
I dunno. During the crossing, he and the skipper enjoyed some long talks. His baggage was just a tin box.
That's strange enough.
Aye. Even stranger was that on the second night, he disappeared. Nobody knew what happened to him. And of course, nobody could ask Black Peter about it.
So did Peter kill him?
You know what happened, don't you?
I do. I saw the skipper tie his heels and push him over the rail in the middle of my watch on that dark night. 2 days before we sighted the Shetland lights.
Black Peter's a murderer.
Aye. Those that know him wouldn't be surprised to hear it. But all this must stay between us. All right?
Of course.
Yeah, my word. Plant pouch, go to toilet?
Back in a second. I'm off to the Kazi.
I'll be here with my drink.
Here it is.
I gotta act like I'm going to the bathroom, don't I?
Have you got any tobacco? I've run out of mine.
Nah, I lost my pouch. I don't know where. Wait a minute. What's this?
Oh, is this your tobacco pouch?
Well, oh, it is.
Well, I have to go now. I know a captain who's planning an expedition to Cape Cod. Captain Ahab's his name. He commanded the Pequod. He might need good harpooners. I'll tell him about you.
Maybe. If you like, aye.
I'm done here. It's time to leave.
He seems like a decent guy. I don't think he's a murderer. Pouch proves guilt. Coins has confirmed the pouch belonged to him. This means that he was at the scene of the murder and thus proves his guilt. Pouch proves visit. Coins has confirmed the pouch belongs to him. This means that he was at the scene of the murder, but not necessarily proof. That's the answer. It means he was there, but it doesn't prove anything. So, I don't know what. You found and utilized all clues in the case. Please. Oh my god. Okay, so it's not Patrick. Unless I go just off that and just say he's guilty. You know, that doesn't make any sense. To just. It would have to be a feat of great strength. Those two would connect. Should connect. I don't know. Pouch proves visit. Lucky throw. But that this fucking sucks. I just gotta pick one and go with it. I don't think it was Peter. Or I mean Patrick. I don't think it was Patrick at all. So it's either Hurtley. So I just gotta pick one. Fuck. I don't know. I do. Cause you have this unexplained presence, okay? And she denies that he was their gardener entirely. So there's just so much lying in her. I'm gonna go with Hurtley, I think, because Nelligan has been nothing. He's been the most honest. Hurtley and Peter's wife both lied to us about everything. Nelligan was innocent enough, and once we pushed him a little bit, he told us the truth. And it's definitely not this other guy, Patrick or whatever. It's definitely not him. I'm gonna say conclusion is Hurley is guilty. Is anything gonna happen now? Liam Hurley's mind was clouded by his. Oh, I can pick if he's gonna get. Liam Hurley's mind was clouded by his love for Judith Carey, Peter's wife. This murder was a crime of passion under emotional duress. Nevertheless, he must answer the law for what he has done. Condemn. Liam Hurley has been found guilty of the murder of Peter Carey. He must be punished by law. I think I'm gonna absolve him, but I think it's him. He's just, there's too much pointing towards him. Yeah, and it's all the clues. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Hurtley, and I'm gonna absolve him. Yeah, because like it's a crime of passion. It's still bad, but he's under emotional duress. I don't think I don't know, and I think it's different too because Peter's just like a piece of shit. So he's a horrible human. So I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna Google it now that we made our choice, because I doubt it'll tell us if it was the right choice. Hold on. Who's the killer in Case 1? Sherlock Holmes. What is this game called? Crimes and Punishment. Let's see. Damn. Who's the killer? Oh my, it was Patrick. Out of self-defense. That doesn't even make sense though, because there's literally no clues anywhere. There was literally just the pouch that proved
The
that he
case
was
is
there.
solved. I am now ready to present the guilty party.
So tell me, who killed Black Peter?
It was Liam Hurtley.
That doesn't surprise me. I've never seen a guiltier-looking
I
fella.
know, he looks guilty.
He was in
everything
love
points
with
towards
Judith
him, they
Carey.
both lied
It
about
caused a
everything.
conflict that proved fatal for her husband.
I see. Come on now, let us confront him.
Fuck. That sucks, but that is what it is.
Liam Hurtley, it was you who killed Black Peter. He learned of your relationship with his wife, and he asked that you meet him to share in a drink. Then began the quarrel. He drew his knife, and in self-defense, you took up the harpoon. Lestrade, please put that in your report.
I deny everything. You have no proof.
Calm down and thank your stars that Mr. Holmes just saved your neck.
The case is resolved, Inspector. I shall return to Baker Street.
Very well, Mr. Holmes. Goodbye for now.
It's so dumb because like it doesn't doesn't point to the right thing. Liam Hurley murdered Peter Carey, but it was in self-defense against an armed and furious drunk teller. The murder was a crime of passion. Hurley's mind was clouded by love. He decided to ease his sentence. I want to choose another ending. So, okay, so you guys understand that that was our initial. That was what I guessed. Now we're gonna go ahead and do it and get the right ending, cause that's crazy. I didn't think that he would be the killer. How do I do this? Because I'm gonna say the pouch just proves that the guilt. Okay. It's a feat of strength. Hurley's innocence. Had to change all these to make them right, I guess. Carnes is guilty. Self-defense against harm. Yeah, so absolved. Okay, so now we're gonna just do the right answer. But that does suck, because I don't know, not enough stuff pointed to him being the killer. Except for the fact that he's a harpooner and he was killed with a harpoon. That's about it. So I guess it makes sense, and I kind of should have looked at the obvious stuff instead of I ignored
Good
the
afternoon.
obvious
I must be
things.
at the wrong address. I'd like to speak with a ship's captain, a Captain Ahab. Is that you?
No, my name is Sherlock Holmes.
We just talked yesterday.
Detective fella. So, you wanted to see me?
Yeah,
That is correct. We need to talk.
About what?
About Black Peter, who was killed in his own hut with a harpoon.
By
You know, don't you?
Yes,
How?
the tobacco pouch. You recognized it.
The sailor. It was you.
It wasn't
Unbelievable.
I literally just had different.
Well, fine. I confess. But if you really do know everything, you should also know that I didn't want to kill him.
Well, and that's
He
why I
made me
absolved
do
you.
it.
I know. Did you know about this story with the bond certificates? Did you need money?
Yeah. I just wanted him to cough up a little silver. I'm out of work, and I thought maybe he could help me. Well, he refused outright, and he insulted me. I reminded him I knew all about that murder he committed at sea in 1883. Then he got mad when I spoke about his treasure. I barely just had time to throw the harpoon at him before he could jump at me with his knife. You know the truth. What will you do now?
I ask that you return the bond certificates. Keep some of them. You will need them in your exile. It is better that you leave the country for a few years.
And you won't say anything to the police?
I will not say anything as long as you return the money.
Well, I'll do as you ask. But what about Inspector Lestrade?
Yeah, what are we gonna tell him?
I will deal with him. Goodbye.
That doesn't make sense, but
It's good that you asked me to come, Mr. Holmes. We do need to talk.
About what?
What do you mean? Our case, Mr. Holmes. You sent me a message via your little thug,
His name is Wiggins, Inspector.
telling me that the case is solved. Well, Mr. Holmes, tell me, who is our murderer and where is he?
The morgue.
Eh?
His name is, or rather was, Pablo Coventral. He was also on the ship with Peter Carey, and he was a harpooner. I'll tell you everything, Inspector, but do calm down. Mrs. Hudson will bring us tea and orange cake.
Orange cake? You're spoiling me, Mr. Holmes. That's my favourite.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. Inspector Lestrade told me that I should thank you for clearing my name. He also said that you were waiting for me here. I came as fast as I could. I cannot thank you enough. It is all because of you that this nightmare is finally over.
I believe that this belongs to you.
My father's securities. Incredible! But how did you get them?
It would take far too long to explain.
Tell me. This is extraordinary. You are a genius.
Then that may serve as an explanation. Goodbye, Mr. Nelligan, and good luck.
Goodbye, Mr. Holmes. And thank you. 1,000 times thank you.
I'm glad I went back and redid it for the right choice. But yeah, that was... See, and then you can check. 16 out of 16. Cool. Warning, you're about to finish this case. The save file for the case will be removed. Press no if you... Okay. So it just erases that thing. Personality rank and sympathizing. So we got a trophy. Aye, Captain. Finished Black Peter case. That's it. Just one trophy. Nothing else. It's a little dumb that I would get more than one trophy for getting it right. Well, I guess I didn't get it right the first time. Huh? I had to change it. Alright. I'm going to tease you guys and let you guys see the start of the next case. Or we're not going to do the next case.
This trip to the countryside will be good for you, Holmes.
Oh, nice little change.
As your
of scenery.
friend and your doctor, I really do recommend that you give yourself a complete change of scene. Fresh air, brisk walks, bird watching, chopping wood.
Sounds intolerable. I mean, certainly it sounds delightful.
But you haven't yet told me who your friend is, the one we're going to visit.
He is a bee lover.
A bee lover? Do you mean that he keeps bees? That must be Mrs. Hudson, bringing the warm cloth that I requested.
There is someone to see you, Mr. Holmes.
I have no time. Send whoever it is away.
Yes, Holmes, I really think we ought to leave now.
Mycroft.
Sherlock.
Oh, Mr. Holmes? Perhaps you don't remember me. I'm Dr. Watson. We met at the Diogenes Club a few years ago. I documented our encounter in a short story I gave the title The Greek Interpreter.
He does remember you, Watson. My brother remembers everything, and that is why he is so valuable to the government.
We're about to depart for the train station.
I know.
You know?
Sherlock, I need your help. There are people who presently threaten both our country and the Crown itself. You must help us with those methods of yours.
Need help. Those are not words I would readily associate with you, Mycroft.
I wrote you a letter, but you did not reply. And this is not about politics. It's about people. People similar to those whom you pretend to defend in your petty detective affairs.
Everything is about politics with you, Mycroft. I'm not interested. Have some of your agents, your spies, or worse, undertake this job of yours. You are defending your people, and they have little to do with the people I choose to help, I can assure you.
That is the point. You think exactly as they do.
Who are they?
The Merry Men. He is talking about the Merry Men, a band of idealistic terrorists.
Sherlock, do please think about it. They are planning something diabolical. Your country needs you.
You need me, Mycroft, and you are not the country. Although if your waistline expands very much further...
Mrs. Hudson, tea will not be necessary. Dr. Watson, the train conductor, Mr. Parker, is aware that you will be 7 minutes late. You are in the 4th car. The train will be waiting for you. Sherlock, enjoy your time in Staffordshire. And do, please, at least write to me on your return.
Okay, so next episode we'll just have to go over there. The grotesque murder of former Captain Peter Carey, known in private as Black, has been resolved. The evidence that Scotland Yard received from a trustworthy source more than sufficient include the murder of Peter Carey, Pablo Comentro, one of Carey's former harpooners. However, lawful justice could be afforded. Comentro was found dead of natural cause, possibly from his remorse committing such a terrible crime. So if we go over here, we have harpoon. It's a souvenir. And then we have just what we did. Late night railway station, incoming train and possible riddle. Holmes and Watson return from holiday evolves into a tale of intrigue. So, next episode we will go to the train station, but it looks like we got a government case to deal with, and it looks like it could be...
Look after Mrs. Hudson for us, Toby.
It looks like it could be a crazy one. It's still just the same chick, guy, thing. Yeah, so... Don't really know where this case is gonna go, but it should be fun. It's called, what was it called? Riddle on the Rails. So, could be fun, but we'll have to see next episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Sherlock Holmes. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below what you guys want to see on the channel in the future.
Watson, I'll hold a cab for us.
And we'll
We
see you
leave
guys
in
very
5 minutes
soon
for the station.
in the next one.